With Chris Koehler securing the win in round 2, it is only a matter of time when the points are now doubled in Series Orange.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check out that new angle here, ladies and gentlemen. We have all the trucks from Series Orange ready to go for what's about to come, round 3 of the regular season qualifiers. What is going on, everybody? This is Rainbow X, and today we are back once again. This time in Series Orange, we have a lot of trucks displayed here from the pit party. As you can see, we have our Independents all the way at the back. We have Bad Company and Raisin Cane. And we also have some other trucks here in the front. We have a new look for Bakugan Dragonoid. They have a new chassis and some new rims as well. They got a new design on their truck, so hopefully that turns out well. In the background, you see Alien Invasion, but we have the Team Gravedigger trucks. We have King Sling and then the Red Primer Gravedigger. Then we have the zombies over there in the back, Scarlet Bandit and Calavera right in between those ramps. And we have Excalibur, who is right behind Chris Koehler's Monster Mutt, who won in the previous round and is hoping and is looking forward to defending that title for round 3. And as we take a look, as you already saw here, there are yellow ramps added after there were some issues with some trucks landing and performing flips instead of, traditional landing skills as they usually do. But here are the standings. As you can see, Monster Mutt is in first, followed by Excalibur, Crush Cycle, Tempest Steed, Alien Invasion, Hurricane Force, Zombie, Axe, Batman, and Flash. As you can see here, Chris Koehler is in the lead with 27 points, with Kane and Ford only a couple points behind them. But let's take a look at the other half of the series standings here. We have our bottom 10. We have Time Flies, Burnt Zombie Victim, Gravedigger Red Primer. We have King Sling, Scarlet Bandit, Soldier Fortune Black Ops, Bad Company, Bakugan Dragonoid, Calavera, and Raisin Cane. All the way here, you can see Oliver Lee, Lucas Schmidt, Mike Lyons, Dennis Holman, Bethany Moss, Tony Oakes, Patrick Gordon, Camden Murphy, Maria Lopez, and of course, John Ramirez. Here are the drivers from the other half. And we're going to be starting off our very first match of Series Orange Round 3. Lucas Schmidt facing Patrick Gordon in both the Burnt Zombie Victim and, of course, Bad Company. And you can already see we have some new lights. As you can see, that Bad Company takes some big air, though. Look at Burnt Victim Zombie catching up. But it's not going to be enough for them, as Patrick Gordon and Bad Company does secure the win and moves on to the next round. Now we're going to move on to our next match ahead of us. We have Reed Schwartz and Axe facing Camden Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid. These two have faced each other in the past, but let's see which one of them will make it to the top here. And the green light is lit. You can see Camden Murphy now taking the lead there. And what is going on with Camden? And look at him, he's having some truck issues already. And there goes Reed Schwartz crossing that finish line. Another upset to add for the Axe Monster Truck. And we have our next match on our hands. Takis Petrus and Tempest Steed facing Kanan Ford and Excalibur. Kanan Ford was the round one winner of Series Orange, but they are looking forward to winning round 3. Let's see what happens here. You can see that Tempest Steed is already in the lead there. They both perform a synchronized flip, and there goes Kanan Ford and Excalibur. He does cross that finish line too, almost losing to Tempest Steed, but Kanan Ford will take the win. And then we have our final match of round 1. It is Jenna McCarty and Zombie facing Chelsea Eugene in Hurricane Force. as we await for these lights to turn green at any moment. And the drivers are ready to go side by side. You can see that Zombie takes the lead there. A big leap by Zombie, though. An incredible save, too. But can they make it? Yes, they will. They'll roll the truck over to the finish line. That is an insane moment here. Let's check out the replay. You can see Zombie does get the big air, though. You can see Chelsea's truck gets stuck on 2 wheels. But look at this. You can see that Jenna McCarty rolls her truck over. And that is going to send her to the finish line and the second round, or at least in the round of 16 for her and Zombie. And you can see that the Dirt Crew managed to get her back on all 4 PKT tires. Let's go switch over to the tournament bracket here. We have Patrick Gordon's Bad Company will face Scarlet Bandit, driven by Bethany Moss. And then we have Reed Schwartz facing Calavera. And then we have Excalibur facing Flash. And Zombie facing Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Now we're going to move on to the next race on our hands. It is Chris Koehler, the previous round winner, facing Oliver Lee in Time Flies. This is going to be one interesting match ahead of us, but let's see who comes out on top here. And they're ready to go side by side. You can see that Oliver Lee and Chris Koehler are neck and neck. Look at that big air by Oliver Lee. And this is going to be a close race on our hands. Not sure who to call this one. Was it Chris Koehler or was it Oliver Lee? We're about to check into the replay here. This is a very close race. One of the closest ones we've seen yet. You can see Oliver Lee does perform some big air. He lands it too. Look at Chris Koehler battling for that finish line. And I believe Oliver Lee may have performed the upset and crossed the line first. We're about to check it out from the photo finish. And we can confirm that Oliver Lee has dethroned Chris Koehler. Oliver Lee is moving on to the quarterfinals for the first time. That is a first. But you know what else is a first? Patrick Gordon making it out to the round of 16 facing Bethany Moss and Scarlet Bandit. Let's see what these drivers have on the track, and we're ready to go. You can see that Patrick Gordon, look at him, and you can see Bethany Moss does an incredible sky wheelie too, but it's not going to be enough, as Patrick Gordon will secure the win for himself, and he will move on to the quarterfinals. Then we have to move on to our next match. Maria Lopez and Calavera facing Reed Schwartz and Axe. Let's see which one of these drivers will make it to the quarterfinals. Will it be Reed Schwartz or will it be Maria? We're about to find out here. And the green light is lit, and you can see that Reed Schwartz takes the early lead there, followed by Maria Lopez and Calavera. But look at this, she catches up, and she closes the door for Reed Schwartz, and she will move on to the quarterfinals for the first time as well. Now we're going to move on to our next race on our hands. You can see we have Dennis Holman from King Sling facing Cameron Barrett in Alien Invasion. Let's see what happens here in this race. And as these two drivers are ready to go side by side, you can see that Cameron Barrett takes the lead there. But look at Dennis Holman. He catches up. Can he make it? Yes, he will. He makes it through the dirt ramps, and that is going to put him in the quarterfinals, defeating Cameron Barrett in the process. Now let's move on to our next race here. We have Logan Knight and Batman facing Mike Lyons in the Red Primer Gravedigger. Let's see how these two perform out on the track. We're about to find out who will make it to the quarterfinals. We're about to see here as these two are ready to go side by side. You can see that big air by Mike Lyons. He falls upside down. And that is going to be an easy win for Logan Knight. Not sure what happened to Mike Lyons there. They're going to have to check out the Red Primer Gravedigger. You can see it's a little crooked there. So they're going to have to take that to the pits and find out what happened after that Sky Willy attempt. Then we have Caden Ford and Excalibur facing Gabriel Burns and Flash. Let's see which one of these drivers will move on to the quarterfinals. It is a little tempting to see which ones make it in and which ones don't. But you can see here that they're both neck and neck. They get some decent air. But look at Caden Ford. He does make the pass and will move on to the quarterfinals. But we're going to have to go for a replay because I believe we have just seen a big air moment for Caden Ford here. Let's see it again. Look at this big air. Impressive air by Caden Ford there. Let's see this again. Here he goes slow down to the track. Look at that air. They both got some big air too. Both Gabriel and, of course, Caden Ford making that big air. We're about to find out here in this match who also moves on to the quarterfinals. It's Tony Oaks facing Jenna McCarty. in both Zombie and Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Let's see which one will move on to the quarters. Will it be Tony Oaks or will it be Jenna McCarty? We're about to see here. Green light is lit. You can see that they're both neck and neck. They both synchronized their saves, and that is going to be an easy win for Tony Oaks and Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Unfortunately, Jenna McCarty gets stuck on the dirt ramps. More importantly, the crush cars too. Then we have Mason Hawkins and Crush Cycle facing John Ramirez in Raising Cane. I believe this is the last round of 16 match before the quarterfinals. We're about to see who becomes the last one to join the quarterfinalists. Let's see here. Side by side they go. You can see John Ramirez takes the lead there. Look at that big air by Mason Hawkins. Look at this. And he does make the finish there, defeating John Ramirez as well. Let's take a look at this replay here. Look at this big air moment from Mason Hawkins. Look at that. He does make that big air though. Let's see this again. As he goes down on the track, you can see that he catches up with that big air too from that from Crush Cycle too. Insane moment there. But I think we're about to find out here who faces who in the quarterfinals. We have Oliver Lee facing Patrick Gordon in both Time Flies and Bad Company. Maria Lopez and Calavera facing off against Dennis Holman in Kingsling. Then we have Logan Knight and Batman facing Caden Ford and Excalibur, and Tony Oaks and Soldier Fortune Black Ops facing Mason Hawkins and Crush Cycle. For our first semifinal match, it is going to be between Oliver Lee and Time Flies facing Patrick Gordon and Bad Company. Both of these drivers have not made it this far in their entire careers so far in Series Orange, but one of them is about to make history here. Who will advance to the semifinals in this first match of the quarterfinals? You can see here that Oliver Lee and Patrick Gordon are neck and neck, and Oliver Lee slams the door on Patrick Gordon, and he will move on to the semifinals for the first time as well. Let's see this again on a replay here. You could see that incredible moment there from Oliver Lee. He slams the door on Patrick Gordon. What an impressive move there. Now we're going to move on to the next match. We have Maria Lopez and Calavera facing Dennis Holman in King Sling. Let's see which one of them will also move on to the semifinals for the first time. Let's see here. And the green light is lit. You can see that side by side they go. You can see that what an incredible save there by Dennis Holman. He tries to save it. No. And Calavera will escape the carnage left by King Sling. Let's take a look at this insane save there, or save attempt by Dennis Holman. Look at this. They flipped to their side. They tried to save it, but no. That is not enough for them. And Maria Lopez will steal the win and move on to the semifinals for the first time as well. They're going to be facing Oliver Lee in the semifinals too. And they're working on trying to get King Sling back on all 4 BKT tires. Can they do it? It's a little tough there with that chain there, but yes, they do it. Hopefully in the future we get new chains for the Dirt Crew squad soon enough. The next match we have Logan Knight and Batman facing Caden Ford and Excalibur. This is an important match for Caden Ford. If he wins this, he might have a chance of winning 2 times in Series Orange. Let's see here, side by side, you can see that they're both synchronizing their crashes. But look at this! Logan Knight completely obliterates the competition there. He upsets Caden Ford, and it looks like Caden is not going to win this round either. In our next match ahead of us, or at least the last quarterfinal match, it is Tony Oaks facing Mason Hawkins in both Soldier Fortune Black Ops and Crush Cycle. We're just about waiting for these trucks to go down to the track, and they're ready to go side by side. You can see that Tony Oaks takes the early lead there, but look at Mason Hawkins. He tries to perform it, he tries to save it, no he doesn't, and Tony Oaks will advance to the semifinals. But while the Dirt Crew is working on getting Crush Cycle back up on all 4 wheels, let's take a look at the semifinal matches. You can see here we have some new faces for the semifinals. Oliver Lee, Maria Lopez, Logan Knight, and Tony Oaks all together in the semifinals. But who will be in the final? We're about to find out here. For the first semifinal match, we have Oliver Lee and Time Flies facing Maria Lopez and Calavera. This is something new here out on the track. Let's see which one of these will move on to the final. And they're ready to go side by side. You can see now Maria Lopez takes the early lead there. But look at Oliver Lee catches up. And this is a close race, but no. It seems like these two have shut off. But look at Maria's tires. You can see that she does cross the line. And will move on to the final where she awaits her opponent. Either Logan Knight and Batman or Tony Oaks and Soldier Fortune Black Ops. We're about to find out for ourselves. This is the first time that Maria Lopez has made it to the final. But who will be her opponent? Will it be Logan Knight or will it be Tony Oaks? We're about to find out. The two trucks go down to the track. You can see here, Logan Knight gives Tony Oaks a push, and that is going to put Tony Oaks in the final as well. First time in the finals for both Calavera and Soldier Fortune Black Ops. They're all advancing through, and now the question lies here. Who will be Series Orange's round 3 winner, or the round 3 winner of Series Orange? These two trucks are new faces here in Series Orange who have made it this far. Will it be Maria Lopez and Calavera, now considered to be a dark horse out on the competition here for Series Orange? People are going to be afraid of her because of how unpredictable she is. Or will it be Tony Oaks in Soldier Fortune Black Ops, a veteran driver of Monster Jam? We're about to find out which one of these two drivers will win round 3 of Series Orange. And it is going to be very tempting to find out which one of these drivers will win, as none of them have made it this far, but only one of them can win round 3. We're about to see here which one of these drivers will win round 3. Will it be Tony Oaks or will it be Maria Lopez? You can see Tony Oaks takes the early lead there. Everybody crashes over, synchronizing their jumps, and it's going to be a very close race, and I'm not even going to be sure who is going to win this one. We're going to take that to replay and see which one of these drivers will win round 3. This is a very close race here between these two drivers. And as we look even further, I'm not sure who to call this one, but we're going to go for the super slow-mo. This is very close. Keep an eye out on which one of these drivers won. We do have a photo finish. And ladies and gentlemen, the streak continues here for round 3. Because another female driver has won round 3 of their individual series, and that is Maria Lopez in Calavera. Not that I was expecting this one either. I didn't expect her to win here at round 3 for Series Orange. This is an amazing achievement here for Maria Lopez, as she's not made it this far in at least the previous rounds of Series Orange. But now she's considered a dark horse out here in the stadium and on the track. You can see the Calavera truck positioning on those dirt ramps right there. A big congratulations to Maria Lopez in Calavera. Let's take a look at the series point standings after the double point stage. We have Caden Ford. Despite the loss, he remains in first place with 39 points. Maria Lopez now jumps from relegation to promotion in second place, right behind Caden Ford by 1 point. Then we have Chris Koehler in third, Mason Hawkins in fourth, Tony Oaks in fifth, Logan Knight in sixth, Oliver Lee in seventh, Cameron Barrett, Dennis Holman, and Takis Petridis in 8th, 9th, and 10th place. Now let's take a look at the other half of the series standings. Jenna McCarty now in 11th place at the playoff spot. Then we have Reed Schwartz, followed by Patrick Gordon, Gabriel Burns, Chelsea Eugene, Mike Lyons, who escapes relegation for now. But in the relegation zone, we have Bethany Moss, John Ramirez, Lucas Schmidt, and Camden Murphy with the new body, or at least the new chassis, now in dead last. So this is going to be a crucial moment for Camden Murphy and those who are in the relegation zone and those who are outside of the World Finals qualification spots. But a lot more time is needed for those drivers because things are about to get really interesting and heated out here on the track. So with this, we're going to end this video off here, at least for round 3 of Series Orange. We have more round 3 groups coming along your way. It's just the process for making these videos is time consuming. But with that, we're going to end the video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Rainbow X, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, take care, and I will see you guys in round 3 of Series Green.